This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good afternoon, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm Tim Daniel, and on today's show, we're going to talk about the weirdest game I've ever seen. Brady Singer was solid. Matt McClain gave them a really nice grand slam. I'm going to teach Dane Myers a safety protocol, but we're going to start with the fact that that game was literally insanity.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Isn't being a Reds fan fun, guys? Isn't being a Reds fan fun? Isn't it fun when you have games like today when you're like, man, they're not playing for anything. The season doesn't matter at this point. Oh man, we're down 4-0 to the Cardinals. Like, we're done for today. We're just going to go ahead and I might as well do the postcast now in the 6th inning because what could go? Oh, they score 5 runs. They take the lead. Matt McClain hit the grand slam. We got a chance this one. We're winning it. Okay, cool. We're going to the 9th inning. We're up 5-4. Oh, we give up a 6th spot to the Cardinals because we had 2 outs in the game. We're down to the last strike and we dropped the ball in the outfield. Oh, but we're going to come back and we're going to make it interesting. And oh, we can't even do that either because we have a fly out in the 9th inning when their Cardinals are trying to give the game away. What did we just watch in a baseball game? That one of those games is going to make your eyes hurt. It's going to be one of those games that makes your head hurt. It's going to be one of those games when you, like, an hour later tonight when you're like driving home and you go, what did we just witness? What was that? That game was nuts, and I get it. Best 5-game series are not something that you see a whole lot of anymore in baseball, and you really shouldn't. But this is one of those ones where it's like, I don't know how you're going to recover from this. I don't know how you go out there and you play the rest of the game. Thank God you're on a getaway day and you're going to be in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona for the weekend. That's going to make anybody feel better, except for the fact it's probably like 177 degrees Fahrenheit there right now when the Reds arrive here in a couple hours. But I just don't know how you go through that. It felt like, Jason says it here. It felt like nobody wanted to win. It felt like one of those games where it's like, you take it. No, you take it. No, you take, like when you guys are at the buffet and there's like the last piece of food there that like there's 2 people that go for it and you kind of do like, oh no, it's yours. Oh no, it's yours. That's what this game was. That's exactly what this was. And it's very frustrating. It's very annoying because this is a game that they literally had a big comeback, right? I mean, when McClain hits the grand slam, that should be the game. That should be it. But it's the city of Cincinnati, professional sports team. You can kind of have days like that where you can remember, oh, that's right, where we are. I see, Nick, I see your comment here. I don't disagree. I'm going to get to that in a second. I just have a funny bit I'm going to do with it because, we got to have fun when you have days like today with the Reds. But frustrating way to lose. Fun baseball game overall. One of those, if you're going around the MLB app and you flip this game on, you're entertained if you're not a fan of either team. But leaving a lot to be desired, once again, like always. But I'm not going to say it's a heartbreaking loss. It's disappointing, but at this point in the year, I don't know what more you can ask for. But hey, for Dane Myers, I am going to show you a very important safety lesson here.
Uh-oh, somebody messed up, and it's time to let them know with Who Fudged Up.
All right, guys, so we as podcasters, we get ripped on a lot for like, you guys never even played a baseball game before. You don't know what it's like to be in the majors. You guys are nerds sitting in your podcast room in your basement. Most of the time, yeah, you're right. Here's something I can show you guys. Are you ready? You guys all paying attention? This is really important stuff. As you see, I have a hat on. And on my hat is a pair of sunglasses. Ready? You take sunglasses off, you put sunglasses on, and what do you know? Your eyes are covered now. This is how you wear sunglasses when you have a hat on your head. Crazy, crazy thing, I know. And yeah, I'm going to do the rest of the show on the sunglasses, all right? And you guys are just going to say I'm an idiot. And I am an idiot, but that's okay. Let's just talk about the play that is, because I've seen multiple responses to it already of whose fault is it? I don't care. I simply don't care. Most of the time, I'm center fielder, should have had the ball. But in that area, it looks like it's CJ Friedl's to grab. Maybe Friedl has got like, no, dude, I got it. I understand you can come back here and the baseball guy and you're just going to say, well, center fielder gets the call in the outfield every time. Sure, I understand that as well. But, and I'm not trying to say Dane Myers is not at fault here. You 100% need to catch up that ball's in your glove. Like, that hits your glove. It's the last out of the game. It's ending the homestand. It's ending a 5-game series. Get out of there. Go home. Get on the plane. Head out to Phoenix. Nope. Two guys. And look, we've seen these before, right? We see these collisions in the outfield, and maybe they're just a little nervous about that coming together and hitting there, but I get that too. But someone's got to take responsibility there, and someone's got to own up and be like, it's mine. And look, I said, Nick said it earlier. Nick, I 100% agree with you. Dane's made some unbelievable plays this year. He's been really one of the team's better players consistently wise throughout the season. He's gonna have bad days. That's obviously unacceptable. But why isn't Friedl owning up like, dude, I've been the center fielder in this exact ballpark my whole career. I got this one. Let me go ahead and get it. TJ Friedl says, no, dude, you're good. Stay there. I'll take care of it. We're not having this conversation. We're having a whole better conversation. We're having more fun talking about a win against the rival St. Louis Cardinals, but we're not doing that. And yes, once again, before we go to break, sunglasses on head, sunglasses, right? Hat, head, hat, sunglasses. Hat, sunglasses. Take sunglasses off. Hat, Bill. Put them on your eyes. Adjust hat. Boom. We just figured out how to use sunglasses with a baseball hat on. But I digress because it's the Reds. And that was funny. But hey, in a game you score 9 runs, you should win, right? And there was some fun there today. Let's talk about Matt McClain right after this. But first, a big thank you to our friends over at 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find the perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why the Fruity Rainbow 5 Hour Energy Shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. Fruity Rainbow 5 Hour Energy Shots treat your taste buds to an explosion of fruity flavor with a tasty caffeine kick. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. A zero sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. It's convenient too. You can just have it right in your pocket. I grab one, I go to the gym, take a quick shot, get my workout going. It's small, it's portable. It can go wherever you need when you need a little pick me up. It's become the go-to when you have these long days, like your day job, then you got to come and do a postcast if the Reds blow a lead and have a really stupid game. It's really perfect for that. Get candy flavor chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5 Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. This episode is also brought to you by our friends over at Game Time. Gee, imagine if you'd use Game Time today, go watch that insane game where the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Cincinnati Reds 10-9, and the final out was dropped into your glove, and you said, man, I'm so glad I used Game Time to go to this game because I did not spend regular prices for that disappointment. That's why Game Time is so great, right? It gives the fans the advantage with the constant innovation. It's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. And it's so simple to use. You get on the Game Time app, you get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time at the best price, and the fans are included in what price you see. So what you see is what you pay, period. Say today you were like, man, they got a day game. It's business day special. I'm going to take the day off work. I'm going to go downtown. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to grab some drinks at the banks. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to go to the ballpark. I'm going to watch the Reds win. There's no way they're going to blow a game the way they're right. Thankfully, Game Time wouldn't let me down the way the Reds did today. 2 taps and it's done. No stress, no hidden fees, just great seats and minutes. That's what makes it easy to decide last minute to hit a game. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. And finally, we are brought to you by our friends over at Dose Daily. Can we talk for 1 second about the most underrated organs in your body? Your liver. It's your body's filter, processing everything you consume and performing more than 500 functions every day. It's involved in things like energy production, digestion, fat metabolism, and vitamin storage. So it's doing a lot of work behind the scenes. That's why giving your liver daily support can be an important part of building healthy habits. Dose for Your Liver is a clinically backed liver health supplement designed to support daily liver function. Unlike another capsule or powder, Dose comes in as a liquid 2-ounce daily shot that tastes like freshly squeezed orange juice. It's zero sugar, zero junk, and zero calories, making an easy addition to your daily routine. I'd probably take Dose first thing in the morning. I already have a routine where I'm grabbing coffee, checking my phone, and getting ready for the day, so it would just fit right in there. It's one of those things that goes so quick you don't really have to think about it. You just do it and move on. Hold on just a second here. Okay. So ready to give your liver the support it deserves? Head to dosedaily.com/co/lockedonmlb or enter lockedonmlb to get 35% off your first subscription. Your body does so much for you. Let's do something for it. That's dosedaily.co/lockedonmlb for 35% off your first month's subscription. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me here on the Postcast as we put our sunglasses on in shame as the Cincinnati Reds have a brutal loss today. And also thanks for making Locked On Reds your first listen each and every day, whether it's with me here on the Postcast, catching up the night after, or Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. We love talking baseball. And we love talking ball with all of you. There was a lot of bad today. And yes, the sunglasses are still on. I'm well aware. I'm just proving my point at this time, okay? And there's some goods to go on. Let's talk about Matt McClain.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Matt McClain today gets on base 3 times again. Has a grand slam, obviously, that puts 4 runs on the board, draws a walk, gets a hit. And honestly, that last out hit the ball pretty hard. Thought I had a chance to drop in. You know, just Jordan Walker's out there, and Jordan Walker's just awesome at baseball. Be nice to have more guys who are awesome at baseball like Jordan Walker, but neither here nor there. He's played so well of late, and today he gets to play shortstop. Ellie DHs. I know, obviously, no one wants to talk about the 9th inning defense, not just the drop ball, but everything that happened, the Michael Toglia play, so on and so forth. But it feels like it's one of these things with Matt McClain. He's finally hitting above. No, he's right at 200, which, come on, we're not celebrating that, obviously, but where he has been, it's been pretty rough. He's got a 656 OPS. That's getting better. He's been playing really well of late. His good stretches are really good, right? If you look at his last 7 games, a 333, 385, 667 slugging. He's got 2 homers in that time, 5 runs batted in, 2 walks, and 2 stolen bases. He's also scored 6 runs in that time. He's not going to do it all the time. We know that at this point, right? But he was solid, and he's been fun to find the last couple weeks. I'm not mad at him. It's not his fault they lost today. He did everything he could for them to win today. He basically gave them the chance to win today, and they still couldn't pull it off. But he was really good, and I've really liked what they've gotten from him of late as well. Kind of go through the rest of the line before we close out with the Brady Singer start. Ellie gets on base 3 times today with 2 walks, including 1 in the 9th inning. Gets a single today as well. Sal Stewart gets on base, as obviously has 2 runs batted in, takes the major league lead again in RBI in the 9th inning, so that was cool to see. JJ Bleday, who's kind of been really up and down of late, I mean, far more down than up, gets on base 3 times today with 2 walks and a hit, so that was really nice to see. Tyler Stevenson draws a walk today. Michael Toglia, who I was all fine for giving a chance, has not shown that he's chance worthy yet, so hopefully that changes pretty soon. And Hector Rodriguez got a hit today. So that was nice to see. Oh, one more thing. Brian Hayes got a hit today. Pretty cool, right? Like to see it. I know that we don't get to say that too often. And I know if you listen to Jeff and Steve today, they talked about like there's no chance Brian Hayes is not a Red next year. I completely agree. But if he can just be a little bit closer to what he's been these last 7 games with his 808 OPS, we know he's never going to get close to 808 for a full season. But if he can give them 640 even, I think you can value having him out in the field every day as a defender with how good he is there. But we shall see. Let's close the show out with Brady Singer today because he did not technically qualify for a quality start, but I would say he pitched just fine today. Considering 3 of the 4 runs came on a Jordan Walker homer. And if you're giving up homers to Jordan Walker, I'm sure you can just go look at back and go, okay, yeah, that guy's going to do that sometimes. 6 innings today, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a homer. Not bad. Julian Garcia, another really nice inning with an inning. Does have a walk. TJ Antone bounces back after his last 2 outings not being so good. Gets an inning with a strikeout and a walk. Brock Burke, my guy, Yowza, has 6 runs given up, but they're all unearned. I wonder why. Can't seem to figure out why. And then Zach Maxwell comes in and gets the last out of the day for the Reds. So Pitching was fine until then, honestly. I think you could have lived with giving up 4 runs as a unit in that day, but we know how it went. So, look, disappointing afternoon at the old Barnyard. One that, if they were playing for much higher stakes, I think we'd be in much worse moods. But we know where we are at this season. I just want you to wear your sunglasses correctly, Dane. That's all I'm asking. And I know you have a tendency to kind of see some media comments on the socials, and you have a tendency to kind of comment on that, and you might come at me for this, but just, dude, look, once again. All right. I will finish with there because you guys probably are tired of the bit. I am myself anyway. Anywho, the Reds do lose today to the St. Louis Cardinals 10-9. The Cardinals have 10 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Reds have 9 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Peter Strzelecki, I think that's how you say it, gets the win today. He is 1-1 with a 3.29 ERA. Brock Burke takes his 5th loss of the season. He is now 5-5 with a 2.73, and Riley O'Brien gets his 33rd save of the year. He now has a 2.94 ERA. And the Reds are now out to old beautiful Phoenix, Arizona for a matchup with the Arizona Diamondbacks this weekend as Nick Lodolo takes the hill for the Reds. He's now 3-2 with a 4.52 ERA. He'll be going against Eduardo Rodriguez of the Diamondbacks, who is 12-4 with a 2.71. First pitch will be at 9:40 p.m. Eastern. So we have a little bit of a late night tomorrow night, but I'm excited to do that with you. Everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with me on the show today and having some fun in a day that wasn't very fun to be a Reds fan. But please be sure to continue to make Locked On your first listen, whether it's on your podcast app of choice or here on YouTube, where you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button on this video, and also hit that notification button so you get knowledge of every single time a new show comes up. But until then, everyone, thank you again. I'm Tim Daniel. Go Red Legs. I will see you tomorrow.